Good morning, team. Thank you so much for jumping on today's Monday Morning Pep Talk, episode number 282, your summer 2025 self-development syllabus. On this 282nd episode of my Monday Morning Pep Talk, I'm giving you a summer self-development blueprint, a curated plan to help you transition from the busy spring selling season into a purposeful and productive summer. For most advisors, summer can either be a season of drift or one of intentional growth. In this episode, I'll walk you through the framework to make this your most focused, fulfilling summer yet. From books that fuel your mindset, to podcasts that sharpen your skills, to a challenge to build your AI literacy, you'll walk away with a tactical plan. Whether you're closing deals or catching sunsets, this plan works if you execute on it. And before I jump into today's call, I want to remind you of my professional purpose, and that is to help you, the full service, full fee advisor, optimize your productivity and help you become the best version of yourself. Why? Because happy advisors sell more real estate. And I do that by helping you handle challenges and opportunities you face every single day. When you can effectively manage the situations that do arise daily in your business, you'll be more productive and you're going to live a life that reflects the best version of yourself. Now, my ask today is that you listen as if you are right here in my office in a one on one coaching session with me, or you're on a phone call with me. Now, summer is a transitional season, not just in weather, but in energy. Okay. Kids are out of school, routine shift, and time feels less structured. For many of you, this brings opportunity and danger. Without intention, summer becomes a slow slide into distraction. But with focus, it can become your most productive, joy-filled season of the year. My coaching message is simple. Design your growth. You don't need to go on a retreat or disappear into the mountains. You need a plan to upgrade your inputs, sharpen your skills, protect your time, and refuel your mindset. What follows is a simple guide, a simple syllabus that blends productivity with a purpose. This isn't about doing more, it's about becoming more. So think of this again as your summer self-development syllabus. Now, here's 5 books that if you haven't read them, you need to read them. If you have already read them, you probably need to read them again. First book, Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. Reclaim your schedule, delegate with precision, scale without burnout. A tactical guide for advisors ready to run a business, not be run by one. The next one, The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. Release control, embrace peace, protect your energy. A mindset reset for advisors ready to stop chasing and start leading. Book number 3, 10x is easier than 2x by Dan Sullivan and Benjamin Hardy. Reframe your vision, simplify, scale. This is a needed mindset shift for advisors that are ready to grow. Book number 4, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Timeless insights on how your behavior, not just your knowledge, shapes your financial life. And the one everybody should be reading at least once a year, The Gap in the Game by Dan Sullivan and Dr. Benjamin Hardy. Train your mind to measure progress differently and more productively. Now I've got 3 podcasts that I think you should listen to one per week. The Mel Robbins podcast, insightful, energetic, and focused on personal growth from one of the most trusted voices in high performance. The next one, the Focused podcast with David Sparks and Mike Schmitz, covers intentional productivity, the productivity tools, and time strategies. And then the Ed Milet Show, interviews with peak performers from business, sports, and entertainment, focused on mastering success habits. Okay, this next part is a weekly check-in ritual every Sunday night or Monday morning. And, this is a big part of my Take Flight course. Just want to remind everybody here today how important it is. You know, this is when you step back and you review your calendar and reset priorities for the coming week. You set 3 personal and 3 professional priorities for that week. Okay. And I think it's important to really plan. Maybe even if you can't do 3 personal and 3 professionals, try one. What's my one priority this week? And what is my, um, both personally and professionally? What can I get done this week? And it might be that I finish up a book, right? I finish up the books that I have here. Whatever book you're reading, finish it up. And then ask yourself, where can I grow? What needs to go? I've got a great Ed Milet podcast attached to the email that is a lot about elimination and cleaning out your mindset, cleaning out your you know just doing an inventory and audit on your life. This podcast was referred to me by a friend, and I said, that's a perfect one to attach to an email. But where can I grow and what needs to go? So, as I've always said, high performance starts with elimination. And summer is a great time of the year to step back and say, what needs to go? Number 4, reinvest in your morning routine. And you do this before you jump into work, okay? I feel like if you're going to spend an hour, 20 minutes of it should be physical movement, 20 minutes should be reading, journaling, or reflection, and then 20 minutes of planning, visualization, or stillness. Just think. Take a deep breath and just say, how am I feeling? How am I doing? Like, it is such an important meeting. We have all these meetings with other people, but we forget to meet with ourselves. And then here's a bonus challenge. Um, this summer, I would like you to commit to 10 hours of basic AI, artificial intelligence, self-development. This industry is changing quickly, not just this industry, the world. And those who understand AI will win. Now, I'm challenging you to complete 10 hours of AI education this summer. How do you do that? You simply go to YouTube and you search AI for beginners and look for the most recent videos with the most views. I'm actually taking a course right now, and it's through a company called Coursive. And I just spent a few bucks on it. Wasn't all that expensive, but it's taking me through a bunch of different AI tools, and I'm doing it just because I feel like I have to understand it. And the more I understand it, the more I use it. The more I use it, the more productive I get. And I'm just really challenging all of you to, if you don't have AI on your devices, you need to. Okay. And now some of you are beginners. Now it's time to move into the intermediate stage. Okay. And you're going to hear me talk a lot about it. I talked about it last week on how to take your market stats and run them through AI. You're gonna see this coming from me. So here's my final thought. Summer is not an off season for real estate advisors. It's your pivot season. The best advisors treat this window as a growth incubator. They read, they reflect, they reset, and they rise. The agents or advisors who commit to their self development this summer will show up for the last part of the year sharper, calmer, and better equipped for 2026 than any of their competition. Now, I realize every market's a little bit different. Okay. Some people have, their selling season is during the summer. But for a lot of us in primary markets, when uh, it slows down a little bit in, July and August, starting in late June. And I gave you some good options today, okay, to books to read, podcasts to listen to, gave you a challenge on AI, okay? Again, my goal is to make sure you're winning. If today's message resonated with you, do me a favor, share it with someone in your world who needs to hear it. Whether it's a colleague, a friend, or someone on your team, we rise by lifting people up. And don't forget, every episode is also sent out via email. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you head over to my Instagram profile at Ask Jim Miller. You can go on and sign up there, or just send me an email at jim@askjimmiller.com. I really am simply here to help. And if this podcast has helped you, chances are there's probably someone in your ecosystem it would help as well. So, team, have a wonderful day, and I will be back with you next week. Thank you so much.